Great White is a custom coaster international roller coaster located at Morey's Piers in Wildwood, New Jersey. It stands 110 feet tall, has 3,300 feet of track, and reaches a top speed of 50 miles per hour. This coaster is really good, packed with floater and ejector airtime, strong laterals, and an amazing setting on the beach overlooking the ocean. This CCI is a real treat and definitely worth the ride. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Great White and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Morey's Piers to ride this coaster. Now, let's get into the review. Great White is located on the Adventure Pier of Morey's Piers, and it is the only roller coaster on the pier. It is also the pier's only non-upcharge attraction. It also extends on the nearby beach, making for some nice visuals. Great White opened in 1996 as Morey's Pier's only wooden roller coaster. Whether you are standing on the other piers or on the beach, Great White towers in the Wildwood skyline. Its unpainted wooden track gives a nice contrast to the rest of Morey's Pier's rides. When you approach Great White, you will not see much theming. You will, however, see the ride sign displaying the ride name and logo. You will also see two giant great white shark heads, which is actually a cool touch. As you enter the queue, you will walk directly underneath Great White's track and up a couple of flights of stairs up into the station. Once in this station, you will see one of Great White's two 6-car, 24-passenger trains. These trains are one of PTC's newer trains with the ratcheting lap bar instead of a buzz bar. These trains also have a seatbelt. Once you have boarded your train, fastened your seatbelt, secured your lap bar restraint, and cleared dispatch, you proceed out of the station to start your ride. As you start your ride, you immediately enter a small first drop into a tunnel. If you are sitting in the back rows, you get yanked down this drop and experience a pop of ejector airtime. You then enter an unbanked left-hand turn, which delivers some nice laterals before reaching Great White's lift hill. At the top of the lift hill, you start plummeting down Great White's 100-foot main drop. If you are sitting towards the front of the train, you will get some light floater airtime. If you are sitting towards the back of the train, you will get some strong floater airtime as you go down this main drop. At the bottom of the main drop, you pull up into a banked left-hand turnaround, which dips down slightly before rising back upwards. As you come out of that turnaround, you enter a slightly banked right-hand turn and climb up into an unbanked right-hand turnaround. You take a slightly banked left-hand turn up into a banked right-hand turn, which has that same oscillating turn as the first turn after the main drop. The entry to this turn delivers the strongest lateral forces on the ride, as well as a slight pop of ejector airtime. You then dive off of that turnaround, which delivers a strong flow ejector airtime moment for those sitting towards the back of the train, into a series of airtime hills. You fly over a speed hill, which delivers some weak floater airtime for those sitting towards the front of the train, and stronger floater airtime for those sitting towards the back of the train. You then fly over another airtime hill, which delivers stronger airtime than the speed hill, followed by a double up into an unbanked right-hand turnaround. You get a slight airtime pop on the second half of that double up and some good laterals on that turnaround. As you come off that turnaround, you enter a bank left-hand turn up into the final brake run, thus completing your ride. Great White is a great wooden roller coaster. It delivers strong airtime and great laterals and has one of the best locations out there. The sight of the Atlantic Ocean before the main drop is stunning, especially on a sunny day. The fact that half of this coaster is built directly on the beach is awesome. It is because of that location on the sand that Great White has a steel structure instead of wood. And as for ride experience, Great White does a lot well. That first drop out of the station into a tunnel is a pleasant surprise. Great White also has a good mix of floater and ejector airtime, especially on the series of airtime hills after the third turnaround. Regardless of time of day, that dive into that airtime hill section is so good. Speaking of that third turnaround, the laterals you experience during this element with a full train is wild. You get flung into the side of your seat, which is a great wow moment on this coaster. For the most part, Great White is a smooth ride. It does have some jackhammering, though, on that section between the first and second turnarounds. That rough section definitely takes away from an otherwise great ride experience, and Great White is a great ride. While it is good during the day, Great White is an even wilder experience at night. A night ride on Great White is on another level. That tunnel is nearly pitch black, which makes that unbanked turn feel even more forceful. The view of the ocean at the top of the lift hill looks like you're about to plummet into the great unknown. The turn up into that third turnaround delivers a great mix of slight ejector airtime and violent laterals. And those airtime hills after the third turnaround deliver a ridiculous mix of floater and ejector airtime. you get flung out of your seat as you dive into that airtime hill section. Great White has its moments in the front, but we recommend sitting towards the back of the train. Most of the airtime moments on this CCI shine in the back, and a very back row night ride on this coaster is legendary. Overall, Great White is a great wooden roller coaster with a unique layout packed with a fun mix of laterals and airtime, and its location, half on Adventure Pier and half on the beach, is amazing. When it is running with full trains, Great White is an even better ride experience. For a final score, we give Great White an 8 out of 10. Morey's Piers hit a home run when it added this fun CCI in 1996. And Great White could be even better if Morey's Piers can smooth out that jackhammering between the first and second turnarounds. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden Great White at Morey's Piers, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video and are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.